All right, folks, we should be back. We tried to. Sorry, we're for the delay here. You missed one play. We're trying to get our video. We got a penalty on the play, blocking the back, block below the waist on the Bulldogs. We took your feedback during halftime there, and we've lowered our image quality to see if we could to get the buffering stopped on the live stream. So, apologize. We're getting 2 bars out here at Wartburg Central, so we're not on any local Wi-Fi or anything like that. But so it's going to be, as we start back here after the penalty, it's 1st and 21 for the Bulldogs. They got the ball in the second half here. It looks like they're going to jump off sides. False start against the Bulldogs. It's going to be about a 1st and 26. CL, pretty successful first half for the Bobcats there. 28 points. It's always success. Defense is pitching a shutout we're at 6 quarters now. 4 quarters last week at Oakdale and now 2 quarters here at Wartburg Central. So defense is doing a really good job. First half was really real quick. I think the three of the 4 scores were real quick. Fletcher just throws the Central Bulldog player down. Second and about 26 is what the board's scoring over here.
Ball is on the 20-yard line for the Wartburg Bulldogs.
Second and 27. And they're just content with running it up the B and C gap. And like you said earlier, Seal, the Bobcat defensive line of Reynolds and Jones and Cameron and Fletcher, they played an excellent ball game up to this point.
Yeah, they've completely just clogged that whole line of scrimmage up. I mean, those linebackers are just right there on top of them.
Yeah. Your linebackers right now is Jones, Hammock, and you got Carson Sieber, and you got Tippins out here. He's kind of like a hybrid back. Him and Dalton's flipping sides of the ball on the strong side, so.
Bulldogs will pass out to number 10, Sheldon. Incomplete. From number 18, Christian Garrett. That'll bring up 4th down for the Wartburg Bulldogs.
Another good drive killer there by the Bobcats. Getting off the field, making the Bulldogs run out their punt team here.
Number 15, Catalino, and
ball's over his head, and he is going to just take a knee.
Safety.
Yep.
That was a smart decision by that man.
I think so too. Take the safety, and then they'll just do the free kick. Like I said, Seal, that was about the best you could get out of it right there for the Bulldogs. So
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't take a count, but I don't think they had 11 on the field.
the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was very disorganized, but you'll have that. But that will give the Bobcats 2 more points, bringing it the score to 30-0 with 9:44 left here in the third quarter.
So, sorry, I was talking to Thomas. We're working on some camera situations here we're having. So, a little tricky in here in the press box. We got windows and they've got the lights on. We're getting some reflection, but not at our control. So the Bulldogs will have a free kick here from the 20. And they can kick it off style, or they can punt it. It's a free kick. It looks like they're going to like to kick off. You got Jet and Jordan Gray back here, back deep for the Bobcats, standing on about their own 35-yard line. So the last time Wartburg come out here, they onside kicked it. I don't know if they got that much faith in it now, but the Bobcats are ready. The front line looks ready. Catalino puts it in the air, and it's a pretty good kick. It's going to go out of bounds over here.
It should bring the ball to the 40. Well, yeah.
So it went out about the 39.
They're going to mark it at the 40. They're going to say it went out on the 40.
Yep. So I don't know. You can Biggs could take the penalty, make him kick it again, if he really wanted to. Either way around, I think that Biggs is just going to. So it's going to be a 5 yard. So they're going to take it out to the 45-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 9 minutes 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Bokey passes over to Sieber. Ball goes right through his hands.
I bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 45-yard line.
Second 10. 9 minutes 20 seconds. Bokey's under center in an eye. Hands off to Jet.
Jet will get up to about the 48-yard line.
Once again, if you're tuning in, tonight's Jackson Jet's birthday. We want to make sure we wish him a happy birthday. Get on there and like in the comments and wish him a happy birthday. Young man turned 18 today. Bokey's pass out there to Gray. Good block by Cooper Jones.
Gray will get knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line.
Yep, that's right. So that's about another 20, 25-yard gain there. Bokey to Gray. 1st and 10 Bobcats at the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Hand off to Jet.
Jet tackle by number 24, Hooks. So Bokey's in the shotgun. Jet to his left, Hammock to his right. High snap a little bit. Bokey's going to fire that one to Jones. Falls incomplete. See, he had Gray wide open over here on the sideline. I think he just missed him. Bokey's in trouble back here, and he's going to be sacked.
Number 56 there. Hamby on the tackle.
So that was about a loss of 6. Brings up 4th and 9. Fourth and 10. And there's no way that you can't call that an offsides penalty right there. There was 5 Bulldogs that came across the line. But
these officials are just literally standing and staring at each other.
Yeah, one person, you can allow them to get in the neutral zone and get back, but when you have multiples, you can't do that. And he's going to air this one out to Jet. The birthday boy gets it.
And touchdown.
Bokey's pass to Jet for 39 yards. Touchdown, Bobcats. Jet was just running down that slot right there, and he got behind the defender. They didn't have a safety up top, and that'll make you pay.
Can't let Jet get behind you.
No, and then even then, Bokey just hangs on for it too long. He might outrun Bokey's arm. So we got Reynolds on the snap, Eddings on the hold. Goodman's extra point attempt. Snaps a little high. Goodman gets it. Eddings gets it down. And Goodman's extra point is good.
And we got flags all over the field. We got a little scuffle going on.
Yeah, we got coaches on the field. And we got a Wartburg player has stowed his helmet off, and he is done. He's walking off the field.
Well, Mitchell, all through the game we've seen a little jawing. You're going to have that, but at some point the official has to get it under control.
Yeah, they know they can hear that stuff on the field. You know, they can hear the players talking to each other, and whether it's in a positive manner or a negative manner, they can hear them talking. And you're right, Seal. It's their game. We play their game. They're officiating the game. You know, obviously there's 22 boys out there playing on that football field, or 22 players, but the officials, it's their game, and you can't allow that stuff to happen. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it over here. There's a lot of discussions going on
Well, it started down here. You had some of that, the towel gets ripped away, won't play catch away. That's when the officials should have stepped in and stopped that stuff.
Yeah, and then it leads into this, and then you score. So.
But as they talk it out, the Bobcats on top, 37-0 over the Wartburg Bulldogs with 6 minutes left here in the third quarter.
So Biggs is standing out here. He wants to know the result of what happened here. Obviously, we had a couple Auburn Springs coaches head out there to try to break it up. So the officials have talked about it. What's going on down here? We couldn't see it from our vantage points a little far.
I expect some ejections.
Personal foul against the Bobcats. We got a personal foul against the Bulldogs. And after all that, yeah, hold on. We got another dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. That's probably where the young man took his helmet off. And another one.
But nobody ejected on that. Very surprising.
Yeah, you can't. I know the play was dead, but the young man took his helmet off, and that's.
Hopefully that's enough just to get it under control, and let's just get this ball game going straight.
Yeah. Is that score on the board right? 37? How did we end up at 37?
28. We scored the touchdown, got the safety, then.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We don't see that many safeties.
No. So obviously here, and 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Had a little scuffle here between the Bobcats and we got an ejection on the. So there was a Bulldog player that was ejected. I didn't catch his number. They just said he's ejected. So I don't know which one. It had to be the young man that took his helmet off. I don't.
Looks like. We just got to remember, Mitch, to play smart.
Yeah, we got to. The Bobcats, this is probably going to end up being another Eagleton-style kickoff here, CL. They're going to walk this down to from 40 to the 15. And he's going to walk off another 15. So it's going to end up kicking it off from the 30-yard line. So.
And we're going to walk it off again.
No, I think that's it right there. So Goodman should be able to put this one in the concession stand and start playing some defense here. Yeah, you're right, CL. We need to. You know, I know all the we know the Auburn Springs coaches. They're over there telling them, hey, you guys stay out of this mess, play the game, because we don't need anybody get caught up in some ruckus here. We got another big game next week. We got to travel to Greenback. Goodman just nails this one, and it's going to go through the back of the end zone. Touchback for Goodman.
I think he was just trying to get a little practice in for maybe a longer field goal here.
Maybe. So 37-0. The clock is running, so we're at the mercy rule at this point. So the Bulldogs come out. They start 1st and 10 at their 20, at their own 20-yard line. Looks like the Bobcats still have the majority of their starters in. Got a handoff here to number
Sheldon on the carry.
Sheldon, tripped up by Gray.
Did I see a flag match?
No, I don't see one immediately, but down here on the sideline maybe.
I thought I seen it right. Yeah,
right there. You're right. At the about
if they get him for a late hit, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Personal foul against the Bobcats.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous, Mitch. There.
So that'll give the Bulldogs a free first down. I don't know that Richardson did anything wrong there. He came in and made a shoestring trip.
I mean, he was just kind of coming in, but just bang bang.
I guess there is a Bulldog player down here right at the sideline next to the field. So, and he's up. That's number 56, Jeremiah McPherson. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight to our Facebook and YouTube live stream. And if you're following us on TikTok, say hello. It's been kind of a low-tempo, low-energy game. So Bulldogs come out of the timeout, injury timeout, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
They will hand the ball off to Thomas, but he will go nowhere.
There's Tippins again back there making a great tackle in the backfield. Loss of about 2 or 3 there.
Are you freaking kidding me?
So we're going to see what this penalty is. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs.
I was about to have a little come apart there.
You come apart too early. You just got to wait on the call. So that's going to back it up from the spot right there, which they threw the flag down at about the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from there. Actually, no, it'll be a 15-yard penalty from the tackle. So that the ball was spotted at about the 36. So they're going to take that baby back to about the 21-yard line, 22-yard line is where they're going to set it, where it will be 2nd and 28, 29 for the Bulldogs. Bobcats have got another flag on the play, false start against the Bulldogs. The Bobcats have got 10 men in the box. They don't expect the Bulldogs to do any passing. They're just loading up the box and letting them beat them with the pass. The only thing Wartburg's done tonight really is they've had a couple of flat passes they've been able to get out in space.
And he is going to go nowhere.
Cameron's there. So I look like Wesley Cameron on the big stop right there. So it's going to be 3rd and about 34. Scoreboard operator is all over it here at John H. Dillon Field. Your score is 37-0. Bobcats up 1 minute, 41 seconds. We are in a running clock situation. So the second half should go by relatively quick. Another one. Wesley's there. Dalton's there. Good job by Dalton Reynolds and Wesley Cameron. 2 big defensive linemen. Ain't nobody getting by them tonight. Another loss, CL, so it's going to bring up 4th and 35 or something for the Bulldogs. Punter's standing just outside of his end zone at about the 3-yard line.
Jet sitting at the 50-yard line waiting to receive this ball.
Yeah, Bulldogs only have 10 on the field. Last time they had a punt here, it's about the same area. They punted, they snapped it over the punter's head. He had to take a safety. And this looks like a good snap. And the punt gets away. It's a high, and it bounces at about the 41.
And it will come dead about the 44. And that might take us into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it will. I'd say Biggs won't. Yeah, Bokey's over there saying, get over here, guys. We're going to talk about it.
And as your fourth quarter comes to an end, your Bobcats on top of the Wartburg Bulldogs 37-0. Mitch, I expect in the fourth quarter here to see some of the youngsters in the game maybe getting some snaps.
Yeah, it's time. We seen it last week in the fourth quarter up at Oakdale, and that's the goal. You definitely don't want to come away with any injuries here to your key players. You don't want to come away with any extracurricular stuff that goes on.
As we go into the fourth quarter, I just want to give a good shout-out to our defense. This defense is on it tonight.
So they're at 7 quarters now of shutout football. I don't care, like I said earlier, I don't care who you're playing. That's good defensive. That's good defensive games. So we'll see if they can complete the second shutout in a row.
See Aiden Laxton throwing his helmet on over there.
So they'll spot the ball at the 43-yard line of the Bobcats, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. I apologize. It's on the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs, where the Bobcats will be 1st and 10. They never moved the chains. They had plenty of time over there to get all this stuff reset. Now we're stretching the chains out. We're going to hand this ball off to Hammock.
Hammock will hit the sideline. He will cut down, and he will get
pushed out of bounds.
He will get tackled about 3 yards out of bounds.
Good run there by Ian Hammock. Good hard run. That kid, when he gets 3 or 4 steps, he's at full speed. He's hard to stop. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Bobcats here.
Clinton on top of Carnes 21-10 in the third quarter. Coalfield 65-0 over the Oakdale Eagles.
No mercy on the Eagles tonight.
Harriman and Greenback pretty much almost in a deadlock. Harriman on top of the Greenback Cherokees 16-14.
That one's at Harriman.
And Rockwood rolling the Green Waves 44-7. That's in the fourth quarter, and the Dobbins-Bennett Oak Ridge game. Oak Ridge is 23, Dobbins-Bennett 7. There's 5:30 left there in the third quarter.
1st and 10 Bobcats here as we start back from the timeout at the Bulldog 25. Hand off to Tippins. And it looked like the Bobcats called timeout there just to get some fresh jerseys in. I see a lot of clean, non-sweaty jerseys in there right now. So
got Rodney Jones out there.
Yeah, it looks like Dalton's still in there at center.
Kyler Ellard in. Got Colton Cody. Of course, Sam Tippins.
And Richardson's at quarterback. To Tippins, he's going to try to use his legs, and he turns the corner there, gets about 4 or 5.
Mitch Tippins is a very hard runner.
Yeah, he was at the middle school level.
I seen him in a couple games last year, and hard-nosed kid. We've seen that on defense this year. Ball sitting on the Bulldog, looks like the 24-yard line.
Flag down. Just the official time.
Richardson's going to roll out to his left. He's going to throw this ball down to number 9.
And just out of the reach of Connor Parks.
Just out of reach, yes, it did. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit.
Why not practice, Mitch?
Yep. So they're going to spot this ball at the 22, the 21, 22-yard line. I can't quite catch it from my vantage point, but as soon as
it's like around the 23.
So it's definitely going to be about a 38-yard field goal. Snap is, nope. No, Eddings is going to keep this one.
Eddings making one miss. He will
Eddings has got
down.
the first down. He had to get to the 15, I think, to get the first down. That felt intentional. That felt like it was because the snap was good, right?
I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that felt
and
like.
how Eddings shot out of there makes it feel like it was intentional.
Yeah, it was.
But good job by William. Eddings made a nice little juke down
If he didn't
there.
make that last cut there, I don't know that he gets the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Bobcats at the 19-yard line. No, the 14. I apologize. The 14-yard line. And we got a timeout in action here. Timeout Bulldogs. We're 8 minutes left in the game. Would like to remind everyone to, if you're interested, stay on after our broadcast. Jason should be coming up. I haven't talked to him personally today. If he doesn't, then we will talk about some things. We'll just cover some things real quick, and we'll get out of here and get ready for the good day of college football tomorrow.
Got ESPN Game Day coming to Knoxville.
Game day's at Knoxville. Still on the fence on whether I'm going or not, depending on how well my feet feel tonight when I get done.
I got to give the music people kind of a thumbs up. Got a little Blink 182 going.
Yeah. So the Bobcats come out of the Bulldog timeout here. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Richardson under center. And he takes a bad.
That was a bad snap there. Richardson picks it up, gets probably about 2.
Yeah, I feel like he got more than that, but so he got 1 out of it. 2nd and 9.
Main thing is he got it back.
Doesn't look like we got a new center in there also. Richardson's going to keep this one, and Richardson makes a foot, and he's in there. Touchdown, number 4, Eli Richardson.
They got a Wesley Cameron, it looks like, in there playing center.
At center.
Reynolds, of course, coming in to snap for the field goal.
Good. Nice kick by Goodman. Right in the middle.
Your score, the Bobcats 44, the Wartburg Bulldogs 0, with 6:30 left here in the fourth quarter.
And the clock is rolling. It ain't going to stop for nothing unless there's an injury or a timeout.
Looks like we may have the Wartburgs got some of their young kids in, getting some snaps.
Number 9 back deep for the Bulldogs, Cole Wilson. And Goodman is set to kick off here for the Bobcats. Good end over end kick. Fielded at about the 15-yard line. That's been on par for him tonight. Oh, nice tackle over there by
Number 9, Cole Wilson on the return.
Number nine over there. Connor Parks makes a great tackle, open field tackle.
Connor Parks is a freshman there, Mitch.
Yep. So the Bulldogs are a little confused here. They've only got 3 men in the backfield.
Delay game. These balls. Cover up delay. Still first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs after the penalty against them. Tackled by Bear Lively, number 32 of the Bobcats.
Looks like Winners there on the carry for the Wartburg Bulldogs.
It's a gain of 6. Second down and 9.
Wartburg will call a timeout with your Bobcats on top, 44-0.
So out of the Bulldog timeout here, it's going to be 2nd and 9 at their own 25-yard line. A lot of fresh jerseys in the game, with it being 44-0 Bobcat favor. We got a pitch out here to the Bulldogs. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to be brought down by number 32, Bear Lively of the Bobcats.
Crady on the carry for the Bulldogs.
And he gets a couple of yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 7. Clock is running continuously.
They'll hand it back off to Crady. He will get about 2 yards on the carry. Bringing up about 4th and...
No, are they going to give him the first down out of that?
First down, Bulldogs.
That was definitely not a first down. He was about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down. I don't even know what the...
They did not bring out their best tonight.
So, an ironic 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs here after the refs.
Got a flag on the play.
We got a flag. Offsides against the Bobcats, what they're calling.
Offside is always been 5 down, it's still first down.
We're coming to a minute left here in the 4th quarter.
So the Bobcats have came up here to the middle of Morgan County, and they've took care of business tonight. Looks like this one's going to finish at 44-0. Maybe the defense, we're rooting for the defense to get a shutout here. Be the 2nd week in a row, 8 quarters. And then there is some good gang tackling by number 12.
Good tackle.
That's Nathan Jones, a freshman, to disrupt his movement. So that's probably going to be it right here tonight. So this is going to be back-to-back weeks, Bobcats shutout, 8 quarters, no touchdowns, no scores allowed whatsoever.
I think they're not going to get this one off.
No, they're not going to get a playoff. And that's the final here tonight from John H. Dillon Field.
Bobcats win the ball game 0 over the Wartburg Bulldogs.
Congratulations, Oliver Springs. We want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Drive home safely. We'll see you all next week. Homecoming against Cumberland Gap.
Testing. Testing. You can hear me, CL? Testing one.
So did you see the stats that I sent him so you can see the weekly stuff?
I hadn't showed him yet because we rolled right into pregame. But
I got you. But he knows about it?
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
I like that because I used it kind of going over last week's game.
So I ended up not needing any of their roster players anyway.
What?
They did.
He sent you this, and you can give him your email address. So this is where when I started talking about 5 players that scored.
Oh, yeah. Just we have a. I have a dedicated email address. Okay.
Stats up through the. So that's what I was pulling off when I kind of fed off you, and I was like, yeah, 5 people scored last week, Hammock, Bogey.
You want to tell me what your email address is?
It's radiobobcats@gmail.com. Jason, thanks for coming up.
Yeah. Start getting used to it now.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Back in the flow.
You know, and I've been trying to snip this 15, 20 minutes that we've been spending every Friday night. Hopefully it's getting some likes. I know I've had a few people reach out and go, hey, that's the best part. I like that. And so
yeah, and I got some individual stuff totaled up better tonight too. So
awesome. So if you'd like to start going over the stats, and then we'll go from there. We'll talk about them as we go.
All right. Well, we'll start with the visitors, of course. So second consecutive game for a shutout. So final score: Oliver Springs 44, Wartburg Central 0. Wartburg Central had 6 first downs. They ran the ball 31 times for 80 yards. I will tell you, one of those rushes for 61 yards. So 30 for 19 otherwise.
Yeah.
They were 4 of 8 passing. They threw 1 interception that Carson got, and he returned for about 8 yards. They had 30 yards passing. They punted the ball 4 times for an average of 28 yards. Fumbles, they had 3 fumbles. They lost 2. Total offense of 110 yards, but I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah.
Wartburg, 15 penalties, 130 yards.
Yeah, they couldn't get out of their own way.
No.
I mean, that first drive, they had 3 penalties, 2 false starts, and then maybe a holding call or something. They just couldn't get out of their way.
No.
Their own way.
No. But at halftime, we had 70 yards in penalties, and they only had 35.
Yeah.
So
that's a big field position change there.
Yeah. So for the Bobcats, 16 first downs, 20 rushes for 171 yards. We were 11 of 22 passing, no interceptions, 194 yards. Liam punted 2 times for a 40-yard average. He had a 51-yarder that bumped his average way up. Now, here's what I heard Big say down there in the huddle. 9 penalties for 75 yards. But what he said was, I told you all at halftime to clean it up. We had 2 penalties in the second half for 5 yards. Now, you're asking how that's possible. When you have offsetting penalties, they get counted as a penalty, but for 0 yards.
Okay.
That's why it looks like that, because you still want to count every penalty flag you get thrown on you, so you know what you're averaging for the year. Mm-hmm. Even if nothing gets counted off as offsetting, you just do zeros on both sides.
Okay.
We had 1 fumble, 1 lost, and 365 yards of total offense. Liam was 10 of 22, no interceptions, 194 yards. 2 touchdowns passing, and he actually ran 1 for 41 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice run.
I told him, I said, you got out of the negative yards now for the season. So I'm sure he's very happy with that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackson Jett, 5 rushes, 71 yards, 7 receptions, 120 yards.
Birthday boy shined tonight, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I hope his birthday isn't very good tomorrow, if you know what I mean. Since
Yeah.
he roots for that other team with red and black.
Yeah. If you hear that, Jet, we don't like Georgia.
Oh, he knows. We had a discussion about that down Defensively, there's not really anything that stands out defensively because you had that running clock most of the second half. So
Yeah.
not a lot of plays ran, really. I mean, in the first half, Wartburg had 8 possessions, and they only had 3 in the second. So, but that was because of the running clock, obviously.
Yeah.
And, we only had 2 in the second half. We had 7 in the first. But as far as that goes, Liam also ended up with 3 rushes for 53 yards. Ian Hammock was 6 for 13 rushing, and he caught a pass for 17. Jordan had 3 receptions for 31 yards, and then Eddings had 1 for 26. And then Eddings had he had 1 rush for 9 yards down there on that. The snap was high. It wasn't. I don't believe it was a called fake.
The snap was high?
Yeah, the snap was high. He said fire. Coach said fire, so I think that means take off. I don't think it was called.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. We felt like it was intentional because the snap, to me, it didn't look like the snap was any higher than some of the other snaps earlier in the game, but
it was high.
Was it?
Yeah.
And then he just took off with it, and if he hadn't have planted, he wouldn't have got the first down. So he put his foot in the ground here and made a good cut and got the first down. But
yeah, it was high. This is like inside the stats a little bit, but Bryson Goodman kickoffs tonight. 5 of his 7 kickoffs landed at the 14-yard line.
Yeah,
46 yards.
He was consistent.
It's right there. You had a touchback. I halfway wonder if it wouldn't have been more because of the he had a 30-yard kickoff because of all the penalties there at the end.
Yeah,
of that one play in the end zone on the extra point. But yeah, he was. And his other one, other than that, went to the 16. So he was within 2 yards of every single kick. And I don't remember us having a kicker like that was that consistent.
No, if I would imagine if I was a special teams coach and if my kicker could put it there around that 14, 12 to 15-yard line every time, then I could make the other team kids go where I want them to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, without a doubt. But, yeah, he had it, that jumped out at me big time tonight for whatever reason. And, of course, we lost the opening kickoff again. I'm sure that will be discussed at length come Monday. And I'll just about bet you that Greenback does it next week if they kick off.
If they kick off, they will do it. They will test us for sure. So, yeah, for sure.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, 2 straight games. Opening kickoff, I mean.
Opening kickoff, exactly. I was like, my gosh, this is 2 weeks in a row that we've had to have our hearts broke here a little bit. Can't even get started, but
I was talking about Liam being 10 of 22. I meant 10 of 21 passing. His first 3 were incomplete, so he really took off after that.
Yeah.
He really did. He went 10 of 18 the rest of the game.
He had about 3 passes that I promise you when he watches the film back, he's going to want them back because one went right over Carson's head. He missed Jet down here, I think.
Yes.
And he missed, I can't remember if it Jordan or somebody, but they were there. He just kind of had a little bit too much air in it or something, but. So, all right.
His eyes might have got a little bit big for seeing some players more, maybe
kind of
wide open.
Yeah.
You don't normally see that a lot.
Yeah.
But he's different. The passing game is just unreal now compared to not every year here. Is what I mean.
I was telling everyone on the broadcast when we started that we're watching probably some of the best Bobcat offense that's ever been played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I've got some stats that I was bored this week. I won't anybody at work's listen. I wasn't bored at work, but I was bored at work, and I was pulling some stats, and I was just on the website, and I don't know how much I trust them, but they look accurate to me when I start looking up what I know. That. I'm trying to pull up here. It's tough when you're blind. So just to go over the game tonight, Wartburg is our second longest, I wouldn't call it rivalry, but it's the second team we played the most behind Cofield.
Okay.
Cofield, we played them 80 times.
Okay.
Tonight was the 68th time for Wartburg.
Okay.
And then when we play Rockwood later on the season, it'll be the 68th time for them.
Mm-hmm.
So Wartburg, we've played them a lot, I guess, especially back in the AA ball days, right? Mm-hmm. I guess we're region together in Region 2, Region 4, whenever all those things are moving around. So
correct.
That was interesting. Our
First time since 2016, though.
first time since 2016, yeah. So I guess that was the last year we were in AA.
Yeah.
And we definitely hold a large advantage to them. We're now at 57 wins in that 67 or 68 games. 57
and
9-2 or something like that.
Ties?
Yeah.
Ties back in the day.
I don't know.
Before my time.
They had to be in the 40s or 50s or something. But I don't know if we've ever had back-to-back shutouts.
Oh, yeah.
We have.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure. I'm sure we have. But that's interesting.
Think about how some of our games went. Some of these teams that are a lot smaller than us that we would play back-to-back weeks. I don't want to mention names.
Yeah,
I don't want to get somebody on me, but you can probably figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we have at some point. I know, but going back on the offense, the most points, you know this, you've kept all the stats.
Yeah.
We had 464 points scored total last season, which was an average of 35.7 per game. And in the last couple of years, Biggs has been in the top in offense for Auburn Springs. He's been up there. His record now goes to 30 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the quickest in coaching history for any coach that's coached Auburn Springs.
I'm not surprised.
And Larry Green was the quickest at 44. Well, let's see. I was trying to think. I'm pulling up my text here. I got a special insider. I'm not going to name their names, but 30 wins in 44 games. And Larry Green, he did it in 56 games. Ronnie Brown had it in 30. He got his 30th win in 62nd game, and Frank Johnson and Wiley Brackett got 30 wins on their 71st game.
The reason it took Frank so long is because he wanted to play Seymour first every single year, and we lost every single year.
Every year. I went over there 2 years out of the three.
I'm pretty sure it was 8 years in a row we opened with Seymour in it.
Yeah.
And I think him and Gary Householder were friends, so I think that's why that stayed as long as it did.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting. I like talking about the coaches and stuff, and I guess you pretty much started under Coach Johnson, Frank Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and obviously he had a long tenure. I think he was at 17 years or something like that. What was that?
17 years.
17 sound right?
89 to 2005.
Something like that.
Yeah, 89, 2005. Johnson's overall record is 91-4.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Ronnie Brown, and then this is the top 10 winningest coaches in Auburn Springs history. You got Frank Johnson number one by wins.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Ronnie Brown. Then you got Brackett, and then you have Green, and you have Coach Doug Brown,
mm-hmm.
and then now you have Coach Harper moving into 30-win bracket. So Coach Harper's definitely on a trajectory to get out of his. Coach Harper is second in the winning percentage of those. It's 67% winning percentage. So Coach Ray Drost was the 73%. I did find it interesting that my contact that sent me a message today that Coach Don Williams, I don't know if there's anybody out there listening that knows him or whatever, but he coached at Auburn Springs in 1962, and then he coached again in 1966. You know where he coached in between there? Right down the road.
Really?
He went to Cofield for 3 years and coached.
And we let him come back?
He coached 63 to 65, so that was interesting. So yeah, just some history there. I like throwing it out there. I guess the last time you might know this. It feels like it's right, but the last time we were district or region champs, whatever you want to call it, was in 1988. Does that feel about right? Last time we won an outright. You was a young buck. I was definitely a young buck. I was 10.
What about the year in 2A we went to the semifinals?
CL asked me that with Brackett. He asked that
because
today.
We played at home every game that year.
We did?
I feel like we did.
It may. I was just looking on the website, and I just wasn't sure. I know
we played in the third round. We played Oneida at home, and then that fourth round game was against Friendship.
That's the one we lost at the semifinal.
You know what? I think the second round game we came here and beat them here at Wartburg.
Wartburg.
Yeah, I think we were here though. don't remember what year that was necessarily, but that sounds about right.
So that was definitely interesting in football. So it's we're long overdue for an outright region title. I know it's been tough, with playing Cofield every year in this region, and they're in the late 2014 to 20. Nobody could beat Greenback.
No.
They were a juggernaut. Actually, nobody beat Greenback.
No.
Really, not even South Pitt.
No.
So.
So, fourth straight game, more passing yards than rushing yards. I don't think that's ever happened. If it has, I don't know it.
There's no way.
Mm-mm.
Not with the coaches that we've had before, like you said last week, with just a ground and pound type mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You got Coach Harper, and obviously Coach Kelly over there calling the offense. I think they have another gentleman that's helping them this year,
Dylan Jones.
But yeah, so they just they
who played on those Greenback teams you're talking about that never lost?
They had a wide receiver.
Yeah, you're thinking about the guy that went to USF.
Yeah.
He was tall.
Yeah.
He killed us.
He was.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name either.
Holden.
Yeah. Horse Holden. No. Anyway, yeah, he was a Holden for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we're talking about Greenback. That's where we got to go next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how hospitable they are. Did they win tonight?
They were up 14-8 at halftime.
It was a close game.
I haven't looked
with
at
him and Harriman. It's at Harriman. I know Rockwood rolled.
Yeah.
Pretty easy tonight. I didn't expect that really. I expected a little bit of a ball game out of Midway. Maybe Rockwood's got it together, or maybe Midway had a key injury or something.
But if you go back and look, Midway plays Rockwood tough every year. It's usually not like that.
No.
I mean, they beat them a few years when they were in 2A. Even when Rockwood was winning that region, Midway might have beat them in the regular season.
Yeah.
Close. Always close, though. Tonight.
Till tonight. So I think Cofield beat Oakdale 65-0 or something. They don't have no mercy on county teams. So
yeah, it's okay.
It's all right. But Jason, you going to game tomorrow?
Yep.
Are you?
I'll be working.
Oh, you're working?
I'll be there. I hope everything goes well.
Yeah.
Tired of losing to them.
Yeah, it's time to get the monkey off the back. I heard 8 years earlier just today. I was watching some stuff. So, of course, it's funny when I talk to my kids, my teenagers, about it. They just know what. I was like, no. There was years where we owned Georgia. We owned them. Mark Rick, whoever he
Jim Donnan.
Yeah, and Donnan. It comes in cycles. I said it'll come back. But
I was at that 92 game in Athens when Schuler dove in the end zone and scored.
Yeah.
You know who I went to that game with? Terry Hacker. We had a blast. There's about 5 of us. We had a blast.
Well, Jason, I'll let you get out of here.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming up and sharing the stats with us.
Yeah,
and I guess we'll see you at Greenback next week.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right. Have fun tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so.
Go Vols.
All right.